have been away for such a long time. I feel like the longer I don't make videos, it's become harder to make them. There is a reason behind that, and I kind of want to share it with you, but I don't want to get too negative. So I'm going to try and do this as quick and as easy as possible. I've been making videos for about 6 months now, and the reason I started this, if I'm being really honest, was just because I was feeling really down, and I was feeling I was very depressed, and I had nothing really to aim for, and I was focusing on the small things, and that was making me really upset. I was kind of getting used to this day-to-day life. Even though I do love my job, I was going to work and it was becoming quite difficult for me to live in that process, you know, like that everyday cycle. I've played in bands non-stop since I was at school. It was kind of like that thing that just filled me with passion, and it was something that, it was so easy, it just came really fluidly to my life, and it stayed there for a long time. And when I moved to Berlin, I was away from all my band members, so I started a solo project. But that solo project then turned into some sort of poison that worked its way through my body, and it really did infect me because it was so negative, and it came from a negative place. So I was really finding it hard, you know, and I kind of cut that off and stopped it. When I stopped that, I was feeling at my worst point. I was feeling really down, really horrible. So my wife was watching loads and loads of videos online, and I would sort of watch them with her every now and again, and she would watch like makeup tutorials and all that sort of stuff, vloggers and whatever. And I watched a couple of videos and I got really interested in it because these people were real people, and they were talking about their lives, and they weren't like bullshitting, they weren't sugarcoating anything. And I thought, you know, why don't I just do that myself? Why don't I pick up a camera? Because it's something I've never done before, and that's something that I always seek. I really seek to find things that I've never done before, something that's a huge challenge. And up until that point, I've been really hidden away and really sort of in the background, basically hiding away and not really wanting to show my face or talk to anyone about my personal life. So it was a huge jump to pick up a camera and start talking. And you can see that in my first video, I was really nervous and didn't really know what to say. But then I started making videos and I got into the feel of it, and I just started getting really into it, and I started feeling so good. It took my mind off all the other stuff. I started having a goal. I started having something to think about other than this day-to-day cycle thing. I met so many beautiful people on the internet, so many loving and selfless people that have messaged me, sent me stuff, and I've just made friends with tons and tons of people, and that is just the best thing about making these videos, connecting with you guys and feeling like I've made some sort of family. Then the negative side came from making these videos, which really tore me apart, and that's why I haven't been making videos for over like a month now. People were sort of talking to me about certain things that made me feel really upset. My whole idea for making these videos sort of changed, you know, like why was I doing this in the first place? Why would I even bother taking my time out? And am I being me? Am I being truthful? And the answer is yes. Like in these videos, I've never sugarcoated anything. I've never tried to be someone else. I've tried to be more positive. That's one thing that I have tried to be. And many people may not be used to that. They may not be used to seeing me in more of a positive light, because obviously I've been depressed, I've been upset, I've been angry, I've been aggressive sometimes because I've been so frustrated in my everyday life and what I can't achieve. And that's why I've decided, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. I've finally come to the point now where I've been feeling really positive about this, and I've been thinking about how I can change it, how I can flip it around a little bit, and how I can make it better. So what I came up with was I really needed new equipment to encourage me to use it, because this camera is amazing. It really does the job, and I can just take it anywhere I want. It's really small. It's the Sony 5000. It's great audio. It's not the best in the world, but the problem is when I take it outside, when the wind blows, I haven't got any wind protection on there, so it really does frustrate me a little bit when I come home and I'm talking to the camera and all you can hear is me like looking at the camera and then just like you can't hear me talking at all. So what we did was we bought a Canon 700D, and this is what I've been filming with on my main channel videos, not the vlogs. I haven't been taking this outside at all. Just the basic lens which comes with the camera, but that has also internal mics which will have no wind protection and just isn't really too good. So what I've done is I bought the Video Mic Pro mic, battery obviously because I need that, and one of these little fluffy mateys that goes around the mic to protect it from any wind interference. I'm hoping that this is going to work really, really well. I'm hoping it's going to cut out any sort of background noise. And the good thing about this, I'm going to open it up so I can show you. The good thing about this mic is that it's a shotgun mic, and that means that if the mic's pointing towards me, it's going to take my voice. It's just going to take everything that I'm saying. It's not going to take anything from this side, and it's going to eliminate quite a lot of sound from the sides. So that's really, really good for me, because when I'm pointing the camera at me, I want it to be picking up my voice. Another thing on the back here, I don't know if you can see that, I don't know if it's going to focus, but it's got the decibel switch here, and it's also got this switch up the top, which is really, really good for eliminating any background noise or any fuzz or anything, because people do use them as drum mics as well. Just geeky shit. Basically, it's just gonna up the amount that the microphone takes from me. So if I turn it up to +20, that's gonna be really, really loud. That means I can have the mic further away, but it's still gonna pick up my voice. If I have it -10, that means I can have it really, really close. It fits like that, and then the fluffy thing goes around the top. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be taking this camera out in public, just because it's better quality, it will be better sound, and it will improve everything for my videos and make me want to do it more. That was my main focus, just to make better videos for you guys, make better quality, always progressing, always being more positive, and always moving forward. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna set up this camera. I'm gonna get this little fluffy matey on there, set up the mic, put the battery in. I'm gonna set it up right where this camera is, and we're gonna switch it so you guys can hear the difference. Cool, so bear with me. I'm just gonna set up this camera. I'm probably just gonna speed it up straight through this. Cue the little time lapse now. Putting a sock on someone else. I'm not sure if this is the wrong way around. It looks mental, doesn't it? The mic is going to take my voice. I can see what I'm doing in this lens, and also I'm going to have my tripod as well underneath so I can hold it. Focus. There you go. Yeah, I've got a 64 gig card, which means I'm going to be able to record a lot more on this camera as well. I've actually got a 32 gig card as well, and in this camera I've got a 16 gig. So in total I've got well loads of gigs. Let's do this. I'm going to turn on this camera and turn on the mic, and we're going to record a bit just for a little bit so you can hear what it's like and see the difference between this camera and this one. In quality and in sound. Lens cap off. Will help on it. Okay. So, this is the first test. I hope this sounds a lot better. Obviously, the picture is a lot clearer. The focus is really good. I'm looking at the screen, the little screen on the side there. You can see that the focus is following me. I'll film with this camera so you can see. So, this is what I see when I film. The mic will be up the top there, recording everything. The lens is really nice because I can sort of zoom in and out really easily. This one has automatic zoom, which is on the top there, and it's not too great. It doesn't really zoom in very well. On this lens, it follows me around quite nicely, so it's going to focus a lot better than this camera. I hope this sounds a lot better, guys. I really, really hope that it sounds a lot better than this camera. I hope that the image is better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do videos from every single day of my life, but I'm not gonna do it like I did before, like weekly updates. I'm gonna try and do more videos from one day at a time. So the plan is today I'm gonna go to Teufelsberg. I'm just looking outside and the weather is looking amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Teufelsberg, which is an abandoned place in Berlin. I did go there before, but it was, yeah, we had a little bit of trouble getting in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go there today. I'm gonna take this camera. It's gonna be sort of like a solo mission because I've got no mates that live in Berlin. So I'm gonna head down to Teufelsberg and I'm just gonna film it and have a really, really good day and try out this mic. And I hope you really, really like it because it was my birthday present. While I was away, guys, there was so much that happened. It was my birthday. I turned 29 years old. I had my 2-year wedding anniversary with my wife. We spent it in Copenhagen, Stockholm, and Norway. Anyway, I'm blabbering. I said this was gonna be quick, but it's not quick at all, is it? It's taken way too long. Cool.